Today we are diving into the most powerful book that was written to guide on relationships and influence. And this is the How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I can't even spell the word, but this book, I have read it and I want to share with you the key lessons that I have learned from this book that will help you connect with people better, help you also to close sales if you are a salesperson, because you cannot close sales with a person if you do not connect with them. Stick around and learn the lessons from this book because they are timeless and you can use them in personal relationships, at work, business, and also to close sales if you're in the business of making sales. The first life lesson from this book is be genuine when you are complimenting a person. So when you meet a person, smile and compliment something that is genuine. You could maybe compliment something about the clothes they are wearing. It could be the shoe or the perfume that they have, or the hairstyle, or the bag they are carrying, or even a phone if it is really unique, even though most of the phones they look the same. But if it's something unique and something you can compliment and smile when you're interacting with the person, then it will help you remove the first block and see like you are friendly and the person feel comfortable. And this is normal or human psychology, because when you walk into a hotel and the receptionist does not smile at you, does not talk to you in a warmly manner, you're more likely to rate that service a 1 or a 2. But if the receptionist smiles at you, even gives you a compliment, you're more likely to remember that experience and you will start feeling better in that hotel as compared to the first experience. The second point is always encourage the other person to talk. You understand more of a person when you let them talk and you do not dominate the conversation, because people love talking about themselves to begin with, and also people love just someone to listen to them. So if you become that kind of a person, you want to listen more, you encourage the person to talk, to give you more information, then they will see like you are an easy person to work with and they will feel more confident to talk to you. So if you wanted to make a new friend, a new connection, or a sale, then that becomes the first step, because you are not blocking them. You are letting them express all the information that they have about themselves or the business. The third step is avoid arguing. No one likes argument. So if your first instinct is usually to object or reject an opinion that has been given, then that will reduce the chances of influencing a person. But if you can still disagree, but do it in a respectful manner by avoiding the argument part, because when you start arguing, it becomes more of who is right and who is wrong. But the moment you get into that, then you are losing it, because after you prove the person wrong, then they become cold towards you, especially when you are interacting with new people and also in your relationships. The point is not to win or to lose. The point is to have a mutual conclusion of the matter and make sure that everyone is accommodated. The fourth thing is makes the person you're talking to them feel valuable. And this is by complimenting them. So this point is tied to point number one, because if you compliment someone, you smile at them, you talk to them positively, they feel more valued. And also when you let them express their thoughts without you interrupting them, then it makes them feel like they are valuable and you can also listen to them. And another point in this one is active listening. When someone is talking to you, make sure you maintain eye contact and make sure that you are listening keenly so that they can know that actually this person sees that I'm valuable and they are listening to me. But when you're in a hurry, when your body language shows, you start maybe shaking your hand, maybe holding your hands in a certain way, or your body facing away from the person, it clearly shows that you're not interested in what the person is saying, and this can affect your connection with that person. The sixth point is normalize seeing the side of the story from their end, especially if it's a client or an employee or even you are a manager. Try and view the situation from their end and try to understand why exactly they are coming from, because that helps clear any misunderstanding and also give you a room to guide properly. Because if you're a manager and you're managing people, then you must be at the forefront in understanding the people you are leading so that you can connect with them and influence them into becoming better leaders in whichever category they are in. And this leads us to the seventh point, where says that you need to lead without force. Most of the time, when you are in a leadership position, you may want to show that you are the leader. So you want to lead by force. You need to give instruction and you expect the people that you are leading to follow to the letter. But this does not always work, because as human beings, they love connection and they love being heard. They love also following lead of people who are actually understanding them. So instead of using a lot of force, you can use these points to connect with them and understand where they're coming from, and also making them understand why they need to execute tasks the way they need to. Because when you just give instructions and you say it's a follow instruction, no questions asked, they are more likely not to do what you want them. But when you engage with them, connect with them, they are more likely to tell you, to give you even feedback. Maybe there is a better way of doing something, and then with that you can achieve some success. And the last point is praise improvement. Every time you notice improvements when you are leading people or interacting with clients, or even in your relationships, or even when you are parenting, if you see anything that someone has improved, praise them, note it down, even mention it aloud. Let them feel like you have noticed that effort, because the more you notice the positive side of a person, the more they will be wanting to do that item and that positive behavior, because you recognizing it as a leader or as a parent or as a friend makes them feel accepted and know that their efforts are being seen. So if you want to influence people, then you can use these points in your day-to-day life. Just pick one or two or three, the ones that work best in the capacity that you are in, and start practicing it, and you'll start seeing improvement. Also, for people who are doing sales, these points are really important, because I have used some of them for my business to get clients, and it has actually worked. And another thing is, it also helps you to retain clients for a long time, because the client is always right, and the client want to work with someone who is easy to work with. So if they give instructions, or they want to change their mind on something, on scope of work, you are there listening, and you are assuring them that you'll be able to execute the way they have said, and you're not objecting or creating arguments in places that are not necessary. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.